Okay guys, I just kind of wanted to show you real quick what 100% in this in this trailer looks like. Not 100%, but what one unload of a combine looks like. So if you remember in the last one, it was probably about maybe 30-ish percent, because yeah, I think 30 plus 30 would equal, it would have probably been about 38% then, because it took about 2.5-ish to fill it up. And this one only is at 28%, so, or 27 I mean, so, yeah, anyway, yep, that's good. Okay guys, I found out what this is. It's actually a field detection thing. So if you stop field detection, auto combine doesn't work. That's what it is.
Hello everyone, my name is the Radman and we are here to play some more Farming Simulator. So in the last episode, well, we upgraded our trailers. As you can see, if you missed last episode, this is essentially what we did, was we looked at the shop and we upgraded our trailer, and I'm happy to actually say that it looks like these trailers might have the dirt thing added to them where they get dirty over time, or at least the John Deere. This one looks like it might be, if it does have dirt for it, it might not have been actually integrated yet because it stayed clean the entire time and it was used a lot more than that John Deere. Anyway, so this episode what we're going to do is we're going to decide where the direction of this farm is going to go next. So I have $57,000. That's how much I got when I sold most of our wheat. I usually keep a little bit just in case of a great demand. That way I can make a little bit of profit off it. So yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we're gonna start looking around. Now, one thing that I did actually think about was we could buy a loading wagon if we wanted. I realized that while baling is one option, there is a possibility if we have a good enough loading wagon we wouldn't have to do it. It's just compared to some of the baling technology mods that I've found, baling usually in the long run is a lot easier because you can just stack the bales off to the side of the field and come and pick them up later. With that, you have to actually come do them as you bale them. So as you can see here, we have oh, I didn't see this 44,000. For some reason, I thought these were round balers. So yeah, we have this 44,000 and 18,000 baler that we're competing for. The other thing that I'm looking at, so I was looking at the harvesters last night after I finished up because I'm recording this the next morning, and I realized all these are too expensive. And if you're wondering what these are, why they're so much less, it's because they are choppers. They are not actual combines. So unless we decide to get into corn for silage, which we don't actually have all the required equipment yet, yeah. And the only problem with trying to buy all that required equipment is it takes a lot of it to run silage. And then we could try and get into potatoes, but all the machinery is way too expensive. Plus, I don't know how powerful the tractors have to be to pull that machinery anyway. And yeah, we already upgraded our tippers, so the thing that I'm looking at upgrading now is actually in the normal place. The normal shop, wow. And I'm thinking we're gonna buy this $18,000. Oh, and I just wanted to show you guys, to just show you the price range between the starting combine of last game and this game. This is 105,000. So we haven't even got as much money as it takes to rebuy the starting combine. Just to give you an idea of how much the prices have. I don't know. I think they just eliminated the very bottom combine was what they did between this game and that game. So yeah, I think I said that right. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, I'm thinking, is buy the Capello head for our harvester because realistically we're not going to be buying any other type of harvester for a while, and I do kind of want to get into corn, because it usually doesn't do great demands for like wheat and some of the more common stuff as often as it'll do specialty stuff like corn, because you have to have actually bought some of the gear for it. And I'm just trying to decide now, since I think we're going to do that. I almost want to try this guy out, but to do that we will need a baler. And I'll have to I just need to check really quickly what I planted. Okay, I planted barley, so we can actually test a baler next time. So since the prices won't be affected unless a sale comes, I'm gonna speed up time, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy that header, unless I do the math, and if we have to, we can wait one more harvest. It doesn't really matter, because I have to plant corn one harvest before we can actually harvest it, and yeah. Another thing I was also thinking about is if it does come to it, we could always just, that's actually more, so if we can afford this thing basically to consider chopping it with, because this is a chopper if you didn't know, we basically should buy the header for our combine, because that's more expensive than the header. So yeah, what I think we're gonna do is buy the header, and these two are exactly the same. I kind of don't want to do round baling though, because on these hills I've had quite a few round bales end up in places you can't actually retrieve them. And yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll probably get this smallest big baler, though it is still a big baler. And one thing you will want to keep in mind when you're planning balers is the horsepower requirement. So since I've never used that baler, we're not gonna like I like to do with the shop. We're not gonna save before we like after we buy it, because as I'm thinking about it just a tiny bit more, I have a sneaking suspicion that this tractor, if any of the tractors we have, might be the only one that can pull it. And that would leave us short a tractor for working ground and stuff, which is not good. Or the other option is we could invest in this little bit bigger of a sowing machine, which does direct seed, but it will basically take up our entire budget, and we have to buy a new corn planter, which is 61,000. So yeah, we have to basically decide. And yeah, normally I would go for the all-in-one, like get rid of this middleman here with his cultivator, but I don't know, actually it's kind of a hard decision, because the problem is when you're not baling the chaff out of this combine, essentially you're wasting money, because that is money. It's a period. It looks like, no, okay, I was hitting the right one. So yeah, now we should have the straw swath on. So I think, yeah, what we'll do, I'm gonna actually plan it, is I just need to check. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll just buy any color of these that we want. And these are exactly the same, so we'll probably try out one then the other. And I would try and get into round baling, but like I said, it's a little more inconvenient on this map just because of how far the bowls can actually roll. And yeah, trust me, it's not fun when they roll halfway down the hill. So 44 plus 25 is more money than we have. So yeah, it looks like we will be we might be SOL as far as buying a baler. It's probably a good thing I did all that math in my head though. Oops, crap. So I think what we're gonna do is we still have this 24,000 that we can sell. I think, oh, the price went down quite a bit actually, because I was selling it for 6 something at this grain elevator, and now it's even down to 5. So yeah, what I'm going to do is go grab the very last of our wheat, and we'll still have a little bit in the silo just because it's not worth my time to drive like 1% of a trailer all the way over to where we sell it. And yeah, we'll get us some barley, which unfortunately is going down the most. I really don't like that. That I don't know. It seems like in the last game all the prices were either going up or down at the same time, and it made it a little more predictable. But yeah, which I don't know. It's probably a better change to actually really simulate an actual market, but it sure does make it annoying when you're trying to upgrade your vehicles and you realize you're short a little bit of money. And I figured it out, and if you have a mod like mine, I think this is as big as the in-game trailer, uh, just reskin for John Deere. And if I sell at about $600, I make about $12,000 off this now. I'll probably only make about $10,000 off of this load though, since the price went down a bit. Actually went down almost $100 per. What's that measured in it? It must be pound, cause no, yeah, it probably is pound actually. Pound or whatever they call the measurement in the metric system. I don't remember it right this second. And yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go sell this, and I'll probably time lapse it, probably dig out my calculator and run the exact math of how much money we'll need. And all in all, we might actually just end up buying that cultivator and one seeder, and then forgetting corn for a while, because the only problem is, let me just show you guys one thing I don't like. Once you get past a machine like this that can do corn and sugar beets, the next biggest machine, it has a working width of 6 meters, which is twice as big as this. That does not look like 6 meters. You guys must understand, I thought these were vastly different sizes. That makes it actually different though that they're the same size. Are these two the same size then? They actually are. Oh, I thought, okay, let me explain the confusion, guys. In the last game, there was like 5 or 6 working width of meters difference between the corn and the grass and wheat and stuff. But I thought they stayed the same. I guess they haven't though. That makes it different actually, because yeah, that's a lot different now. So, since those are the same, I need to actually see. I'll need to run the math on that though while I'm waiting for this field to go. So yeah, now I will see you guys in a minute. I'm gonna run that math and see whether I think it's what I think we should do after I've ran the math and thought about it a little more. Okay, hey guys, I just this is barely after we left off. What I'm gonna do is actually run these over to the shop and see how much money we make for selling them, because I was looking at it and it would actually cost us $69,000 to buy all the equipment we need for square bales, because while round bales can roll off, they have the weirdest hitbox. The bales in this game you actually do have to pick up. You can't just push them around like in the last game, because there's a good chance that they'll do something wonky to your tractor when you try and push them out of the way, which is why I'm so worried about having a bale hauler, because I actually did once buy a baler, or I just thought of this too. Let me stop real quick. Almost hit unrecord. Let me just explain to you my logic, guys. I don't know if I want to buy a round baler, because I know that the square baler machine should work. There's a pack of them. If I need to, I can look through every single one in that pack. And they were from a pretty good website. So was this one. I don't know, the problem is I really don't like this bale trailer, actually, looking at it. Like, it's a good trailer. The only problem is, I like trailers. I don't know how in the world it unloads. It must be through some fuzzy logic or something, because I have no idea how it unloads. I've never seen it unload. I've never watched a video of it. which makes me kind of hesitant because I have seen lots of videos using these three types of systems. They're just too expensive right now, is the problem. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is, I just thought about that. For some reason I had gotten it in my head that that one $18,000 was actually a square baler, but now that I realize that little mistake I just made, we will take this to the shop, because I think that this is actually worth quite a bit of money. We can probably make enough to... Ugh, I am hurting my head now. I think what we might do is buy the actual bale hauler and just make sure that we have a tractor that can pull it. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. This is one of our two biggest tractors. Since we've already ran it down here, I think what we'll do is buy the biggest bit that probably I don't know. Wait a second. I want to see if it says the capacity on these two. Because potentially, if this guy is designed, okay, so he is a collector. I've seen some of these though where they like automatically put out stacks of bales. I'm just wondering if I'm gonna have to end up spending more time gathering up his little stacks as opposed to just buying one of these. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll save the game here and probably shut off time lapse just for the purpose of testing. And yeah, I'm gonna do this on camera because I want to show you guys, like, if you've never played the game, how you can manipulate the various systems and stuff that are built into the game, like the store. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll get this guy first. I don't have any bales to test him with, but I want to see how much, I want to see if he says on him, like, how much he'll hold, because he almost doesn't look like he'd hold near as much as one of the regular auto stackers. Which, when you try and grow on a farm, you do. Oh my, he's got a lot of controls. They all use the keypad for some reason. Okay, let's see. So how annoying would this be to pick up a bale with? It looks like he works. He isn't glitchy at all or anything. I'm just wondering if I can. Okay, so he doesn't have a hitbox, so I can turn. I like being able to turn any way I want when I'm using bale trailers, so that is an upside to him. So keypad 9. Do I actually have to know how to... Oh my gosh, I actually know how to... Okay. Keypad 7. Oh my. Keypad 8. Oh my gosh. Okay, this thing would take a little bit of trial and error, but it's a really good mod, actually. Okay, what we're going to do is quit the game without saving so that we can look at the other bale trailer. Quit game. Yes. Yeah, I realized I clicked no. Durr. Yeah, that's the only problem, is it's really hard to test expensive mods like the bales and stuff, because it just takes so much money to get into it. Costs quite a bit of money. And yeah, if you guys want to know why I'm not using the in-game square baler, it's because that thing is a power drain. In fact, I think we'll actually buy the square baler and just see if we can drive it uphill on all our hills with our tractors. Because I had a problem where I bought a square baler, and it was even the in-game baler, so I thought it would have been fine. But the machine I was pulling it with didn't have enough power to pull it uphill. Or traction, I guess that's what it didn't have enough of. Traction. It was the most powerful tractor you could get up to that point, but I didn't have enough power to actually, pull it up a hill, unfortunately. And I know that this is for silage because of its description. Is there a very big difference? Okay, it looks like they're the same, except it looks... one might be multi-crop. That might be what it is. It's multi-crop, I think it'll be fine. Oh my computer just wigged out. I hope that didn't. Okay, it looks like my other screen just needed to reformat itself for some odd reason, even though it wasn't even running. Farming Sim, I'll have to see if you guys can actually see that. Both my screens went black for like 5 seconds while I was kind of just speaking random there. So it looks like this thing can actually pick it up. That's really good though, because I don't think you could haul it this good with the other, okay, we want to lower the pickup, and if we turn it on, can we still haul it up this hill without killing our tractor? Because that's the key. We'll drive it all the way up there, because even if I can haul it, I'm not sure we're gonna buy it. That's not even a fair test, actually. We better get up to the top of this hill. I think that this hill is steeper. Oh yeah, now we're starting to see the problems you can have with this. Can we make it up the hill? That is the question. Do I have more? I just realized this. Yep, those two tractors should be the exact same model. If we look in the store under tractors, it should say that we own 2 of these. Yeah. Huh. 143, 135. That's weird. I wouldn't buy this then. I just realized that. That's a little bit lower horsepower, but yeah, that's the problem. I now remember this. I had a problem with this. What? Feels like we're going a lot faster uphill now that I just let it sit a minute. Yeah, we might not actually be buying this then. It acted like it was going to go fine, and then it just kind of lagged out, and tractor was just dropping horsepower. Yeah, I don't actually think we can buy this, because I just realized that is a pretty heavy piece of equipment. So we're actually going to, I guess after all, we will take a look at the round balers, which, if we do that, we'll save a bit of money, and we might actually just be able to buy both the seeder and the round balers. This is why you have to check out the mods. If you guys download mods, you have to check them out to make sure that they work. I hope that you guys don't mind me kind of showing what I'm buying, but it is really hard to commentate through. I think it took me about an hour and a half to fully harvest that last field and prepare it. And I also hope you guys don't mind like 30-40 minute episodes, kind of to make up for the fact that I have to do a lot of preparation work in between these. And I kind of don't want to call it an end, because I've been kind of building it up. Yeah, I could not tell that these were the same. What we'll do now is we'll buy this, and now we can sell. Oh, I thought my game was gonna crash. I was like, that's an in-game vehicle. Are you kidding me? And that's a lot less than I thought we'd get from that. So we have $24,000 left over. If we go into our mods, if it let me, where was it? The baling tech. We'll buy the Simpa Firma, and we'll just see if this tractor, which is probably the one we're going to be pulling it with, can. Okay, this is a lot bigger than I thought. We'll see if we can get uphill, and if we can get it uphill, we'll bring down the little guy and sell it, because I think that actually looks like it might be able to be hauled by the smallest tractors. Actually, it might be. We might have to check that out, actually. So yeah, we got a lot of tires on this thing, and since it's advertised as being able to cultivate and seed at the exact same time, I really wish that the cars were not quite so solid objects. Okay, let's just see. Z for the ridge markers. They're of course good because, you know, it's made by giants. They're gonna be good. And we got quite a bit of stress hauling it uphill, which is understandable. This is one of the steeper hills of the game that you can find without going to like one of the sell points or something. And now if we got, I'm just looking at the list of commands, we can lower it, which will actually do something. I want to just see how much wider. Okay, we're going to pull this up next to the cultivator and see just how much bigger this is, because this will make it go a lot faster if I can actually haul it uphill. How am I going to test it, though? Okay, that's not taking any seed money. That's good. So it looks like normally this will be fine, and I hit the wrong button, went into cab mode. Wanted to just take a look around at where is the seeds? They should they're just sitting over there. Good. I'm amazed how many episodes I was also gonna say I'm amazed how many episodes I've been able to keep those little signs there. And yeah, there's our little silage friend. We'll just come up over here. And yeah, I think that's what we'll do is we'll get that baler and this. And then I'll sell some stuff after I harvest it, like right after I harvest it, just up at that grain place, until we can buy. Okay, I always need to go over to the mods, and I'm afraid it's gonna freeze up. And I guess we'll just buy one of these guys, because I know that is for square bales, and I think that is for square bales too, and I'm not gonna collect up 42,000 just to have a good looking trailer. Yeah, so this episode's gonna be a really long episode. I'm sorry for that. It's just that we're doing a lot of important stuff. Actually, you know what I think I'll do? Just because I've said that, I'm gonna call it here. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you didn't think this episode was too much of a time sink. Next episode, we will be actually testing out this machine, though. I'll probably just sell the cultivator manually between this episode, next episode. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Oh, come on, pick up. There we go. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next episode. My name has been the Radman, and just look at that. I think that the middle of this is about the size of our cultivator now. Yeah, that looks about right, I think. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.